Hello, welcome in. My name is Rankster, and this is Songs of Conquest. And this is going to be part 1 of our campaign playthrough. We're going to be starting off with Song 1, which is Song of the SouthHeart. And if you enjoyed the gameplay, be sure to leave a like or a thumbs up and subscribe for the next video. Let's hop right in. So the first song, the Song of the SouthHeart. Cecilia SouthHeart, the young Baroness of the barony of SouthHeart, must face enemies within and without to withhold on to her power and protect her people. SouthHeart will stand! In the year 593 AA, young Cecilia SouthHeart rose to Baroness after the untimely death of her father. When ore shipments from Barkspur's rich mines go missing and rumors of bandits are brought to Anurula, Cecilia leads a small force to investigate the missing resources and restore lawfulness to the barony. Hope work was treating you well, or is treating you well. Cecilia SouthHeart, the new Baroness of the barony SouthHeart, was on her way to the quarries of Flint Hills. All shipments of stone from this region had stopped, and she was determined to find out why. She suspected on an uprising of bandits and peasants and had already sent troops to the region to restore order. Isn't that great? Work isn't that great? Boo! Well, I'm sending big hugs your way. Hopefully that helps. Movement. Right-click the mouse button to set a destination for your wielder. Right-click the same destination again to confirm and move. As a wielder, you also interact with locations using right mouse button. Left mouse button is used for selection and inspecting. The movement indicator shows how many movement points your wielder has left. This is refreshed each new turn. When your wielders have no more movement, you want to end your turn, and if nothing left, build or research. Press end turn button in the bottom right corner. So it's kind of like civilizations in that way. Move this way, Cecilia. What is this? Can I pick this up? Death comes to us all sooner than others. Source of riches, dead commander. I found the dead commander. He's a source of riches now. The dead commander wears SouthHeart colors and the distinctive sign of the Corvus Reserves. Stolen ore was one thing, but an uprising against SouthHeart troops was more serious. An artifact is found on the body. It could prove useful in the time to come, or sold for gold. I mean, 800 gold sounds like a lot, but let's take the gold. How do I know if I have any more movement left? I guess I don't. As far as research goes, research information. So the research menu provides an overview of all the research available to your kingdom. Research affects all of your troops and resources. Research is connected to specific research buildings with their own focus. Some focus on weapons and armor, while others focus on troop management and economy. You don't only need to build the specific research building of your choice, you also need to defend it in order for your research to endure and to be in effect. So if we lose the building, the research is lost too. Yo, that makes sense, but is also kind of crazy. Research becomes unavailable, effectively paused, if the research building related to that research is pillaged or razed. The research is available again when the relevant research building is repaired or rebuilt. It's kind of nutty. Research how to craft stronger weapons and armor for your troops is the Grand Armory, missing the building academy. Research how to get more from the peasants without breaking their backs. A strong economy is a strong barony. Okay, so I need to get buildings first. Chaos essence. Essence is the limitless expression of power hindered only by the elimination, or by the imagination. Ah! Yo! Is this my movement? Here's my movement. 12. Is there a grid view? Alright, this is good. I wanted to see the range. Yo, source of riches, 800 gold in that little freaking wagon alone. Kinda nuts. Source of power. Ooh, what is this? Some wounded soldiers appeared from the forest and snapped to attention. This was Cecilia's Corvus reserves, and they had clearly seen combat recently. Hail, Baroness, the Corvus reserves await your command. Lieutenant, you've seen some combat. What is the situation and the status of the mines? Our scouts checked with hostiles, my lady. The gold mine to the south has been seized by rebels. We also encountered an unexpectedly well-armed force at Flint Hills to the west. We took heavy casualties and were forced to retreat. How well armed? These aren't peasants with tools and knives. They have crossbows and swords, and bannerless knights ride with them. This is no peasant uprising. Someone thinks me weak and seeks to take advantage of my father's death to steal more than a few shipments of ore. We must uphold the laws and show them the errors of their way. Gather the troops, we march for Flint Hill. Decide which or what troops you want to move to your Wielder. Mass move them both. Did I miss troops here then? Soldiers are camped here. The camp can be pillaged for gold, or the soldiers can be recruited when they return. Why don't we just recruit them instead of stealing their shit? Resting for a while by this waterfall reinvigorates the troops, +3 movement. Rebel militia, threat level towards Cecilia unknown. Seems they are between 1 and 25 in number. Seems like we're gonna attack. Stand down, this mine belongs to the barony of SouthHeart. It belongs to me. We will do no such thing, and you will be wise to go back to your castle and prepare for a storm. There's one coming, I gather. The only storm gathering here is me. Prepare yourselves! Troop deployment. On the deployment screen, you can rearrange your troops before entering battle. You can only place troops on tiles with your team color. Tiles that are in elevated high ground gives bonus to offense and defense to both melee and range units. Range units can target an enemy within their range, and within their deadly range they will inflict double damage. There's no line of sight, and the only limit is how far the weapons reach, but note you can increase the range by moving to high ground. In the top right corner you can see enemy troops. If you have enough scouting, they will be placed on the colored tiles on the right side of the battlefield. If you engage the enemy and they realize that the opposing army is too powerful, you can withdraw at no penalty. If the enemy engages you and there is no possibility to withdraw. Wait. So once you engage, if you engage the enemy and then realize, okay, but if the enemy engages you, that's when you can't withdraw. Gotcha. The quick option will auto-resolve the battle and present the outcome to you. After the battle, you will be presented with your result, victory or defeat. Troops lost in battle will be shown for each side. The two combatants are wielders. There's a chance of spoils of war in the forms of artifacts. If you are defeated, you lost all your troops, which means that your wielder is dead. A dead wielder can be revived at cost or for free after a given number of rounds at any town or settlement. Manual battle. Drag troops to rearrange. Rangers, footmen. Yeah. I don't know why you'd have your footmen so far away from your rangers. battle basics. In battle, your goal is to kill all enemy units. Your wielder or the enemy wielder is not present on the battlefield, but acts as the spellcaster from behind the lines. The order of battle flows. The battle queue, which is based on each troop's initiative. You can only control a troop on their battle turn. Use right click to move and target enemy troops. Hovering an enemy troop with your cursor will provide attack preview. Using left click on any troop will give you a full display of troop information. Whenever a troop gets a turn, the wielder will gain essence from your spellcasting. Your wielder also generates essence. It might have gained from artifacts, specialization, skills, buildings, or research at the start of each new battle round. Spells buttons will indicate available spells you can currently cast. The quick bar will default auto-populate the top available spells. Okay. I don't know why that was so hard for me to read. Obstacles such as stakes, barrels, or other objects can be cleared by damaging them. High ground gives offense and defense bonuses to both melee and range units. Range units can target an enemy within their range, however, within their deadly range, they will inflict double damage, so there's no line of sight. Get rid of all that. Most troops have the attacks of opportunity. If you move a troop into the enemy's troop's melee range, their zone of control, and they try to move within or through or leave that area, the enemy troop will perform a free attack. Okay. Most troops also have abilities. During a turn, they can move and attack or move and use an ability. Remember that using an ability in most cases end the troop's turn. Gotcha, that makes sense. Alright, got it. We read about abilities, movements. Do I have to use these Can I not use the ranger first? Oh no, that's not the order. They actually go in the order on the bottom. I'm gonna lose. More spells available. Your wielder has gained more essence and more spells are available now to cast. If your wielder has enough essence, you can cast multiple spells on each of your troops. Battle turns. Each battle turn, your current troop gives your wielder essence to be used for spell casting. Essence sources such as artifacts and skills will add essence at the start of a new battle round. Quicken. Is there a heal? You wield and cast spells in battle. While not in battle, you can review your essence sources and plan your spell casting. Each spell costs essence to cast, and which spells you can cast depends on both which essence sources you have and how much you can gain in battle. Troops are your most important source of essence, but you can also gain it from artifact skills, buildings, and research. By default, the quick bar will be auto-populated with available spells, blah blah blah. You can also choose to manually manage the quick bar by toggling auto-populate to off at the bottom of the quick bar slots. It's right here. In this manual mode, you can drag and drop spells to the quick bar to prepare your favorite lineup of spells for easy access in battle. Each time you take a turn, your troops in battle will gain essence for the type related to that troop. Your current essence amount in a given essence type will determine which spells you can cast on your turn. Each time you cast a spell, your current essence amount will be depleted. If your wielder has more sources of essence other than troops, such as wielder specialization, skills, artifacts, etc., that your essence will be gained at the start of each battle round. Okay. Each troop gives your wielder one or more essence specific to that troop type at the start of their battle turn. Thus, your troop setup determines your potential essence gain per battle round, of course. If any troops are lost before their turn, that source of essence will be lost. No! One stack with 3 militia units will give you 1 order essence. If before battles split up into 3 stacks, each containing 1 militia unit, each individual unit battle turn will provide your wielder with 1 order essence. This will increase your total potential essence gain per battle round. protection. Target friendly troop gets plus 10 defense. Troopers entered an enemy's zone of control. If you move out or through this enemy, or this area, the enemy troop gains an attack of opportunity for a melee attack. Oh snap! Victory! We did it! I lost 2 troops though. Level up Wielder. Leveling up your wielder is all about skills and powers. You can choose to either upgrade a skill your wielder already knows, learn a new skill, or increase the wielder's ability to command their troops by unlocking more slots in the army, or in their army. The new skills offered are determined by the class of your wielder. Spellcasters will more often be offered essence-related skills than battle-oriented wielders. Some skills are also not available to be picked before you reach a high enough level. At level 8, your wielder will be able to choose their first power. From there on, the wielder will be presented with new power options at every 8th level. Powers are superior to skills and will add a real advantage in both battle and building your kingdom. You are able to close the level up menu if you need to review things or don't feel ready to pick a skill or power. You can always come back to your choices by clicking the level circle at the wielder portraits at the top left. Your troops gain plus 20% melee resistance. Current is only 10%. We can get our wielder with plus 15% increased gain, experience gain, which getting that early on might not suck. We're gonna go with learning since this is our first level up. It's probably the best time to get those type of skills is like level 2. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it early. Maximize the amount of extra experience we can get. I shall claim this gold mine for myself. Plus 500 gold each round. Bro, we're gonna be rich. We're gonna be rich. I really love the graphics in this game, to be honest. Old battlefield. Walking this old battlefield inspires caution, plus 20 defense, minus 10 offense. Really? Effect lasts for 1 battle. Cecilia was no ordinary commander. She was a wielder and can draw upon the essence of her troops to weave mighty spells. As she touched the old tribute to order, she felt its essence empower her. Oh, I didn't read it fast enough because I'm Papega. Source of riches. Soldiers are camped here. Their camp can be pillaged for gold, or the soldiers can be recruited when they return. 12 militia. Yes, we took 12 militia. I'll take 12 more militia. Does my cost of units go up? Wielder sheet. The wielder sheet gives you an overview of your wielder. This is where you can check your skills, powers, inventory, and equipment and modifiers. Skills are abilities that you gain as you level up. They give you powerful enhancements, and it can range from gaining gold each turn to increased offense or more essence. Powers are rewarded to a wielder once they reach level 8, and every 8th level after that. The wielder will gain a new power or the option to upgrade a current power. Powers are similar to skills but more powerful. The wielder can only have 2 different powers at max level of 2. Artifacts are equipped or equipable gear that we'll find on your adventure map. You can also gain them as spoils of war after the battle against a powerful enemy Wielder. Drag and drop the artifacts from your inventory to the appropriate equipment slot to gain the magical or special bonuses. Right click an artifact in the inventory to auto equip it and replace any inventory already in this slot. Wielder abilities. While leading their troops into battle, the wielder will pass on values in offense and defense directly to their troops. Powers, poggers. Movement and view radius are only for the wielder to use on the adventure map and will not directly help the troops in battle. Movement indicates how far the wielder can travel and also how much they can get done in a single turn on the adventure map. View radius is a value that indicates how much of an adventure map is visible to the wielder. The wielder can collect a lot of modifiers and bonuses from skills, artifacts, or special locations on the adventure map. Some modifiers affect only the wielder on the adventure map. Some are temporary and only last a few rounds, but most help your troops in battle. The modifier menu provides a summary of all these modifiers presented in 3 different tabs: troop modifiers, temporary modifiers, and equipment modifiers. So many modifiers! Just finished up with some errands. Work was cool. Starting to unwind now. Let's go. Let's see. For the equipment modifiers is a summary of all the modifiers from your currently equipped artifacts. Temporary modifiers show a summary of all the current temporary modifiers in effect, usually from the map location that gave your wielder a temporary bonus. And then troop modifiers show a summary of all your modifiers and wielder attributes that will directly pass on to your troops. Armor rack. Your wielder has gained a new artifact. You can review your inventory and equipment in the wielder sheet next to your wielder portrait. An artifact will be auto-equipped if your wielder has an empty equipment slot of that right type. Which was this. Archer's Gambison. Cheap and easy to produce, it offers basic protection for troops of low rank. Yes, a low rank troop like myself needs this Gambison. Yes. There's a chest up here. Must not forget this chest, yes. 1400 gold, hello. I'll take that. Shrine of Power. 100 years ago, the Emperor of Aurelia spanned the whole world. Statues of the emperors can still be found and spread across Arleon. And many folks speak dreamingly of the golden years of Aurelia. Aurelia, duh, bro. Why are names so hard for me to say sometimes? I don't get it. No, I do get it. Words are hard. Rebel roadblock. Threat level towards Celia, easy. Oh, I gotta attack them. Erected barricades and a small force of armed peasants blocked the road west. You best be gone, young SouthHeart. Flint Hills are free lands now. Free? Free to be attacked by bandits and pillaged by other baronies. Who will protect the people? You? Why not? As you can see, we are quite well armed. I can see that, but I caution you to think carefully before your next action. Put down your weapons, answer my questions, and I'll be merciful. Or stand unlawfully against me, and my sword will deliver justice. Now, who armed you? One of good intentions. I've seen SouthHeart mercy when our old Lord Hammond was decapitated by your father. Now turn back. It brings me no pleasure to turn my sword upon my subjects, but unlawful acts will not be tolerated. SouthHeart will stand. I'm gonna go with the auto locations that they give me and see if that's better than the ones I chose. Because I feel like last battle would have been better with the auto location. And one thing I can do here with the foot soldier is use Quicken right away. And then he should be able to move faster. We should probably move to the troop in the back. This guy's gonna have a shot on this person. Yeah. You just killed an enemy troop. All your troops get a momentum bonus to their defense, or their offense and defense for a few rounds, but still doesn't have enough freaking movement to get there. Bum ba dum ba dum dun 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 dun. Looted cart. 800 gold. Road sign. Source of power. +1 movement. Bannerless knights. I was Baron. Bannerless. Bannerless. We probably attack him right now, right? As Cecilia's troops approach Flint Hills, a well-armed force of soldiers wearing no barony's colors came out to meet them. Knights, archers, you're no ordinary bandit force. I've always wanted to kill a Wielder. What? You won't be the first upstart knight I've defeated. Threat level easy, apparently, though. This guy's going straight for my dudes. Pacify target troops get minus 25% damage. Nice. Give me more defense. Nice. Can't attack them from there. Got him. I wanted to get the like rolling in midair. I need to click on those freaking screenshots. I want to get the action shot. I can get level 2 increased freaking XP gain. I mean, might as well. 30 XP is huge. A crowd of peasants, led by a village elder, came out to greet Cecilia as her force entered Flint Hills. I had defeated the rebels and restored Flint Hills to the protection of SouthHeart, as is my duty. Now who among you will tell me what happened? Those knights and those soldiers appeared recently and armed all those local troublemakers. They seized our quarries and mines and started sending the shipments south towards Barkspur, where the patron waits. And none of you stood against them? None of you sent word to the local wardens or to Springhold? No, my lady. We were feared for our lives. We sent a messenger to Hope's Glade to warn them and ask for help, but the messenger never returned. Remember this moment the next time you made the offer of independence. I will always protect the barony from threats within and without. Join my forces and together we restore the order to this territory. We'll heed the call to the arms of SouthHeart, as we did for your father before you. There are able-bodied recruits in the peasant's hut. In the peasant's hut, you say? Onward to the hut. Source of riches. Let me claim that. Receiving 75 gold each round, bet. Let me get the source of power real quick. This smith generously parts with her latest work, Archer's helmet. Let me pick up the sources of riches. That's some stone. Claim that. Plus 2 stone each round. Plus 2 stone each round. Picking up stone. Cozy Tavern. Tavern fills an army with energy and vigor. Plus 5 movement duration 2 turns. Source of knowledge, the ancient ruins. A small band of Cecilia scouts stood waiting along the roadside. Lady SouthHeart, Corporal Greenwood, we've come from your warden, Vilja of Thorncliffe. As per your command, your troops are concealed at the forest edge. Corporal, this is not the forest edge. Those troops are camped within the tender wild. They may have disturbed the Fae. The Fae, milady? Surely the Fae are only a myth. Superstitions for the country folk. Did my ancestors sign a covenant with mythical creatures? The law of the leaves still stands, and we must make sacrifice or break the peace. Consider what we must forfeit to the forest beings to atone for your error. I await your judgment. My life is yours. Your death would serve no one. If I remember my history, there is an offering tree southwest of here. Join up, Corporal. I need all of my troops, even the ones who make mistakes. Your loyal servant, Lady SouthHeart. Boom. Leaving a stone shows respect for the fallen. +1 offense, +1 defense. Must show respect to the fallen. Wait. Soldiers are canteen. I mean, we found out that 12 militia is worth more than 1,000 gold. Ooh, mushroom. Giant mushroom is a source of power too. I like mushrooms. I go this way for it. Wait, what did it say? Minus 25%. Minus 25 defense. Minus 25 defense. I get more damage and movement, but it sounds like my units are just tripping and decide to go like rage mode. This will probably be a bad decision, but we're going for it. Phase spirits, flying creatures of the tender wild, with bat-like wings, long claws, and sharp teeth, swooped and buzzed before the offering tree. They wore strange masks and screeched at Cecilia and her troops. Humans, be gone! We wish to leave an offering for a trespass on the forest, as if stated in the ancient covenant between us. Stand aside, little spirits. I would do my duty. No, humans. None ever. Spirits, do not trifle with me. I am SouthHeart, and by the agreements I seek to make amends. If you continue to impede my passage to the offering tree, I will draw arms and put you out of your misery. You are misery. Misery! So be it. We shall fight. Holy shit, there's so many of them. It's not gonna be good. I must immediately engage these guys. Out of range still, huh? Nice. Nice. Not too bad. Considering our defense is gone. That's the offer. Stone Circle infuses any visiting wielder with power for the next battle. Plus 1,000 gold. Worn boots. The offering tree was the most unusual tree Cecilia had ever seen. Her friend Wielder of Thorncliff had described them once. It had not done them justice. The branches were smooth and glossy and seemed to be lit from within. The leaves twinkled like tiny bells in the breeze. And most uncommon, the tree gave off the aroma of warm spiced cider, like her mother would give her when she was small. Fae of the forest, for the trespass upon your woods, we offer compensation. For these phase spirits slain, I ask forgiveness. They could not be reasoned with. Let our peace be everlasting. As the offerings were presented, the forest around Cecilia grew quiet. Hopefully it was enough. It looks like it was enough. I'm never touching that giant mushroom ever again. Young champion, thank you for the epic warrior. As Cecilia examined the strange arch, she noticed that it was almost warm to the touch and vibrated slightly. She studied many strange ruins from the times of Aurelia, but never one that seemed so alive. Nice. Leveled up for that. Your troops gain plus 10% range resistance. That's kind of huge because they have none. Aurelian milestone. Take that. This milestone shows the way. I'll show you the way. Baron mercenaries. Guarding the road was a large force of mercenaries, hailing from the merchant states of Barra, Laranna, Turn back. The road is open for ore shipments from Flint Hills only. I see you are the strangers to these lands, and you would know me as the lawful Baroness SouthHeart. I do not recall a declaration of war from the Baran city-states. Therefore, you are thieves and trespassers. What other crimes shall I add to the list? We've committed no crimes. We are honorable mercenaries, here on contract and merely following orders. I spit on your contract. Oh, you have my ore, therefore you are thieves. You will return it. Tell me who hired you, and maybe I'll ransom you back to your employers. We are not afraid to fight you, SouthHeart, but be warned, our contract states that no one wearing SouthHeart colors are to be spared on the field of battle. Of course, if you turn around now, we can avoid this battle. Never. You shall be treated as thieves and trespassers, and my sword will deliver justice for breaking our laws. Then, unfortunately, we must battle. Yes, unfortunate that you guys are an easy threat, and shall fall to my sword. Gotta go for it. Good. Good. Easy. Dun, 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 dun. Easy game. Not really. There's actually a lot to this game. But we're getting there. This is just the first level. This kind of games always start really easy, just to kind of teach you the way. Burnt building. No survivors remain, but stifling or shifting through the ashes, some resources are found. Cecilia's troops searched the smoking remains of Hope's Glade, looking for survivors. The townfolk had clearly put up a fight, and for that they had suffered. From the rubble they heard a moan, and they uncovered a badly injured militiaman. Lady SouthHeart, we held as long as we could. We had to retreat. They were so strong. Who did this? Barons? A troop of Baron mercenaries marched on towards Barkspur. But it were knights that attacked us, men of Arleon, setting fire to our homes, taking no surrender. All I could do was flee to the hills north of here. Wounded man tried to speak then fell limp. His eyes glazed over as the last sliver of strength left his body. His essence in the wind. But SouthHeart still stands. Come, there are survivors here yet. Let's search the hills before we journey to the south to Barkspur. It's time to put an end to this. It's time we put an end to this. Let's see, the commander. An artifact is found on the body. It could prove useful in the time to come or sold for gold. Well, we rich, so do you think we need gold right now? Let's go ahead and go to this tavern. As they reached the top of the hill, they found a sturdy tavern and soot-covered, injured, and scarred survivors of Hope's Glade. From among them stood a minstrel and greeted Cecilia. Hail, do my eyes deceive? The Baroness of SouthHeart to grant reprieve. If you mean to avenge these foul knights, then we brave souls would join your fight. And with your aid, SouthHeart will stand, returning peace and order to the land. Oh, that was good. I enjoyed that. No survivors remain, but shifting through the ashes, some resources are found. Sifting. I'm sifting through everything, dude. I'll sift through that. I'll sift through that. I'll sift through this. Give me all the gold. I'll sift for your shit. These dudes cursed to speak in rhymes, if so lit. I mean, he is a minstrel. He must live up to his minstrel ways, even in times of war and despair. Poems must be written. Gazing across the lake, Cecilia saw the settlement of Barkspur. It was clearly occupied by another force of Baron mercenaries, this one led by a Wielder. She readied her soldiers for the final battle to retake this region. It's the final battle. Medium threat level, I'm scared. Oh no. No, I didn't want to do quick battle. Well, I want anyways. Can I go back? After the battle beaten, Madeir Breeze is brought before Cecilia. Wielder, we appeal to your honor and beg that we negotiate a surrender. Me, Mander Breeze of the Courts Battalion, and a stranger to these parts. I concede the field and will withdraw my forces. You are indeed a stranger, Barian, or would you be known by colors that I am Cecilia SouthHeart? Was it your weapons that armed the bandits who caused the uprising at my mines? There was a misunderstanding, milady. We were led to believe that by our emperor that we had a lawful claim on these lands. When we realized our betrayal, we had already signed the contract. By the mercenary code, we could not withdraw our services. Reveal to me your employer and their plans. If I am satisfied with your answer, I will spare you. By every Barian of your company must leave my lands immediately. It was Lady Hammond that hired us. The Topaz Battalion is sent to recover the Ashbourne. We are grateful for your mercy, Lady SouthHeart. May this deal bring good fortune to each party. The information is adequate. I will spare your life, and instead you will go and send you to prison in the castle Everkeep. There you may contemplate that honor might be worth more than gold. Corporal, this is your chance to redeem yourself for your error in the Tender Wild. Take 2 squads and transport Captain Nimander Breeze to the Everkeep until we can arrange for his ransom. We're gonna ransom this dude. Game save victory with Barkspur restored to SouthHeart rule of law. Cecilia gathered her troops once more and set out to pursue the Topaz Battalion and prevent the occupations of Ashbourne. For this, she would need the aid of Vilja of Thorncliffe, warden of SouthHeart and Cecilia's longtime friend.
With grim conviction rose Cecilia of SouthHeart to crush rebellions and push back
This is what I'm talking about. The jam, dude.
Lady Hammond claimed her settlements.
I guess this is the songs part of Conquest. It is called Songs of Conquest. Dude, does every mission end with a dope song? Please?